Hi, I'm Elvis de Jesus. American in British English. Spelling and pronunciation. British English has a tendency to respect the pronunciation of many words of French origin. Americans frequently remove unnecessary letters and usually do not respect the pronunciation of words of French origin by giving them a more American pronunciation. British English is spoken mainly in the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. However, it is also present in countries such as the Netherlands, Denmark, and Sweden. As for American English, it is spoken in the United States, including regions such as Puerto Rico, and thanks to the influence that this country has in the world, its use is very widespread, especially in America. It is important to know that there are differences between British and American English because this will allow use to distinguish contexts and meanings when engaging in conversation with other people, when interacting in different English speaking countries, or with the speaker themselves. The characteristics of English dialect and language. There are no scientific or universal criteria to distinguish between a language and dialect. This debate being more of social, political than linguistic nature. However, the concept of dialect reflects the different ways of elaborating of speaking the same language in the different geographical regions or communities that consider it is their own. For example, for example, it is possible to speak the American dialect and the Peninsula dialect when it comes to understanding the Spanish language, but within American there are also 19 national dialects, one for each Hispanic American country. In the other words, dialects are each of the specific way of speaking a language that are distinguished in the speech although they belong the same system of meanings and the same grammatical logic, that is, to the same language. It is not easy to distinguish between the dialects of a language. Not is easy to determine who speak a language and who speak a dialect. These distinctions are generally of social political rather than linguistic type, since neutral or objective forms do not really exist in language. Keep in mind that the territory that the English language covers is really large, and that there are many communities that have mixed their own language with English in one way or another. In addition, in the United Kingdom itself there are many dialects. In the same way as in Spain, for example, not everywhere is spoken in the same way. The English spoken in Scotland or Wales is also different. Not to mention American or Australian English keep different from the language that comes to mind when we think of London. The English we know best, however, is not spoken almost anywhere. Receive a pronunciation of standard English in the language. Here, the BBC, for example, a pronunciation that follows the English canon of the Queen of English. If it is commonly said that only the she speak that dialect of the language. The importance of phonetic correction. It is about breaking the mental translation and using the accurate linguists resource with special attention to phonetic correction and the correct use of grammatical structure. Research the teaching of English as foreign language carried out the intermediate level as has proved result aim fundamentally at the acquisition of the four basic communication skills, the development of language competence and the comprehension and interpretation of this, bypassing in most cases subsystems as important as the question of vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. Regarding the latter has been investigated of the possibilities of establishing methods and techniques aimed at phonological correction. In the process of learning a foreign language, it's very important that students acquire good pronunciation because language is an oral communication system in which, in which sounds as minimum units of meaning are integrated to transmit a message. Mastery of the pronunciation is the main way to take yourself understood orally. The acquisition of good pronunciation is related to the development of fundamental skills and listening to recognize meaningful sounds and interpret them, and the pronunciation of the phonological system of language itself. The main aspect that must be taken into account in the teaching of the pronunciation are linguistic and psychological and pedagogical. That is all for the moment.